Alex leases a car in the Netherlands. Chris buys the exact same car. They both walk out of the dealership thinking they outsmarted the system, and they are both dead wrong. Why? Because neither of them actually ran the numbers, and when you calculate the true life cycle cost of a vehicle under the Dutch tax and insurance system, the financial gap between these two options is way bigger than either of them ever expected. Let's keep this completely fair. Alex and Chris are identical on paper. They both earn a good Dutch salary of €55,000 a year. They both want the exact same vehicle, a brand new Toyota RAV4 Dynamic Hybrid. Same model, same reliable trim, same midnight black color. They even walk into the exact same official showroom on the exact same afternoon. The only difference? The piece of paper they sign. Alex signs a standard 36-month private lease contract. He pays an initial structural delivery fee, and his payment is a fixed €699 a month. The salesman pats him on the back and tells him he's a genius. One fixed monthly payment covers everything. Mandatory Dutch WA-verzekering, insurance, road tax, motorrijtuigenbelasting, and all maintenance. In 3 years, he can just hand the keys back to the leasing company and walk away. Simple, clean, no strings attached. At least, that's how it sounds. Chris takes a completely different route. He buys the RAV4 outright, which retails in the Netherlands for a crisp €50,000 due to local luxury taxes. He drops a hefty €10,000 down payment and takes out a 60-month auto loan for the remaining €40,000 at a 6.5% interest rate. This brings his monthly loan payment to €783. But Chris also has to pay his own third-party insurance and Dutch road tax, adding an extra €42 a month, bringing his true monthly commitment to €825. That is €126 more than Alex is paying every single month. On day one, Alex's bank account is heavier, his monthly budget is lighter, and he drives off the lot feeling victorious. But there's something Alex doesn't realize yet. The fundamental structure of his deal is broken. Every euro Chris spends is buying him equity in an asset. Every euro Alex spends is merely renting a piece of time. And that distinction over a few years is worth thousands of euros. For the first 3 years, Alex is living the dream. Brand new car smell, perfect factory warranty. If the hybrid battery glitches, it's covered. If it needs a factory replacement, it's covered. Zero surprises, zero anxiety. For Chris, it's a bit harder to swallow. He's writing a heavy €825 check every month while watching his Toyota drop in value in real time. The moment he drove off the lot, his €50,000. Imagine that. Because of how loan interest is front-loaded, his loan balance is still sitting at around €26,000 at the 36-month mark. Fortunately, because Toyotas hold their value incredibly well in the Netherlands, Chris isn't drastically underwater, but psychologically, watching that initial capital vanish still feels terrible. Everyone around him thinks Alex made the vastly superior choice. Let's look at the cold, hard cash through year 3. Alex has paid 36 months of his private lease at €699. His total out-of-pocket expense is €25,164. Chris has paid his €10,000 down, plus 36 months at €825. His total out-of-pocket expense is €39,700. Alex has spent €14,536 less than Chris. On paper, Alex is winning by a landslide. But right here, at month 36, is where our story takes a massive, permanent turn. Alex's lease is officially up. He drives his RAV4 back to the dealer and faces the usual options: buy the car at its high predetermined residual value, walk away, or lease a brand new model and start the entire cycle over again. Alex does what 80% of all leasers do. He chooses to lease again. He signs a new lease on a newer model. Now, look at Chris. He is 36 months into his 60-month loan. He still has 24 grueling payments left. It's frustrating, but Chris has something Alex doesn't: an end date circled on his calendar. Every payment brings him closer to absolute ownership. One is a conveyor belt, The other has a definitive finish line. Fast forward to month 60. Chris makes his final payment. Done. The RAV4 is officially his, title in hand. His monthly loan payment instantly drops to zero. From this day forward, Chris only pays for his own Dutch road tax, insurance, and basic maintenance, which for a bulletproof Toyota Hybrid averages an easy €120 a month for tires, oil changes, and minor upkeep. Meanwhile, Alex is still swiping his card for €699 every single month. It has just become a permanent line item in his life. Background noise. But background noise still drains your bank account. Let's check the final scoreboard at the end of year 6. Alex has completed 2 full 36-month leases. Let's look at his receipts. 72 months of lease payments at €699. €50,328. And what does he own at the end of it? Absolutely nothing. Zero assets. Just a stack of old paperwork. Now let's look at Chris. Initial down payment, €10,000. 60 loan payments, €46,980. 12 months of post-loan maintenance, tax, insurance, €1,440. Chris's total spent, €58,420. Yes, Chris spent more cash up front. But because Toyotas hold their value incredibly well in Europe, Chris now owns a fully paid-off 6-year-old RAV4, worth roughly €22,000 in the Dutch used car market. If we subtract that real equity from his total spend, Chris's effective net cost for 6 years of driving is only €36,420. The flip happened quietly, but it happened. By buying and holding, Chris saved nearly €14,000 compared to Alex's endless leasing cycle. From this point forward, every single month that passes makes Chris's financial position stronger and Alex's weaker. The lower monthly payment is the shiny number the dealership slides across the desk to hypnotize you. What they don't slide across the desk is the brutal list of conditions attached to it. Standard Dutch private leases cap you at 10,000 or 12,000 kilometers a year. If you commute between Amsterdam and Eindhoven daily, you will blast past that. The penalty typically sits between 5 to 15 cents per kilometer over the cap. Go 10,000 kilometers over your limit across a lease, and you owe a €1,000 surprise bill the day you return the keys. Furthermore, a private lease in the Netherlands triggers a BKR registration, the Dutch Credit Bureau. This can heavily slash your borrowing capacity if you want to buy a house or get a mortgage in the future. Stop looking at the monthly payment. Start looking at the total cost of ownership. If you want to know how to navigate the Dutch car market and buy reliable vehicles that don't depreciate like a rock, hit that subscribe button. Check out our ultimate car buying playlist right here, and I will see you in the next video. I'm the Auto Advisor. Drive smart.